Morning everyone, Chris here from Siggi's, and today I'm going to show you how to make what we call in Bavaria Semmelknödel. It's a bread dumpling which was made in the war days as a peasant type food, so that you would use whatever is left over. So in this case it would be the stale bread, and they'd make dumplings out of it. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we use what they call Semmel in German, but bread rolls, and they get chopped up into smaller cubes. So we'll cut them all up into cubes, very small, and then what happens with those is they get soaked in milk with salt and pepper, and then we fry up some onions on the side. I'll just demonstrate slowly. We fry up onions on the side, which then get added to the bread, and like I say, soaked in milk, and then they get slowly poached in water later on. We also cut a bit of parsley in, salt and pepper. What some people do is they also add fried bacon if you want, served nice with a mushroom soup, or Schwammesuppe as the Bavarians would call it. Also with roasts, rich roasts, pork neck is very popular, goulash with dumplings, all very, very popular dishes. I've got some warm milk here, it's about 250 ml to 3 bread rolls, and then you just add that into there, let it soak a bit. I'll keep that one side while we fry the onions and a bit of chopped parsley. And then yes, 2 eggs, which will then go into the mixture once it's soaked. So it should soak for about 10 minutes. And like I said, just a bit of salt and pepper to the mixing. As you can see, it's soaking up nicely now. All soaked in, we add the egg mixture. That just helps to bind it for the poaching or the boiling, simmering process. Yeah. Then we add our mixture of onion and parsley, just for the flavor. Alright, then you've got to let that stand a while, just to gather the moisture and become solid, become dumpling consistency. Okay, so we're back now. As you can see, the water is now simmering. We're going to add a bit of salt to it, just for flavoring, and then as you can see now, we've got a consistency which we can by hand make into little dumpling balls, and they are going to go into the salt water now and need to simmer for about 20 minutes before we take them out. So we just get a small dumpling size balls, make them into little balls, and then you just put them into your salted water here, one at a time. And you'll see, then they simmer for about 15 minutes. Once they start rising to the top, then you know that they're ready and they're cooked all the way through. See, if the water starts boiling too much, can be a problem, because they will then fall apart. Okay, we'll put this last one in, we'll leave it at that just to see what happens, and then I'll give my hands a wash and we'll wait, like I say, 10 to 15 minutes. Once they rise to the top, get taken out, you put them on a tray to dry out, and they're ready to eat. Okay, as you can see now, they've been simmering for about 15 to 20 minutes. They've floated into the top, and now we just take them out. Just make sure you've got a perforated spoon or something so there's no liquids left. Alright, so Sandra's made the mushroom soup now for us, or in Bavarian Schwammesuppe. And now what we do is the dumplings just get added, and then it gets served like that. And then as the customer gets it, he cuts up the dumpling and eats it together with his soup. Yeah, so well, that's the finished product, and like I say, it's very easy to eat. The dumpling is, instead of croutons, I would say, you know, maybe the British or the French use croutons, we use dumplings, and then yeah, it just gets cut up with the soup, and then it gets eaten like that. Really good. I'm sure people will enjoy it, especially on cold days, winter's days, or like today, cloudy day outside. Okay. Thank you. Enjoy.